I'm Reeves Kurtner, and this is Season 2 of In Your Business. In Your Business is presented by Moses Automotive Huntington, online at mosesmeansmore.com, and powered by the Huntington Regional Chamber of Commerce and Kindred Communications. To kick off our second season, we have a great story to share about resilience and transformation. We sit down with Ashley Casto, owner and founder of the Haute Wick Social, a business that navigated the crazy COVID times by shifting its entire business model. Before the pandemic, the Haute Wick Social was known for its candle-making parties. However, when the world suddenly shifted gears, so did Ashley. Recognizing the need to adapt, she made the bold decision to transition from in-person experiences to a thriving e-commerce and retail venture. In this episode, we'll explore her journey, uncover the challenges faced, the strategies used, and the lessons learned along the way. Let's get in your business. So how did you go from higher education to opening up this business?
Okay, so it was a toxic work environment, the last institution I worked at, and I just said I would never let anyone talk to me or treat me that way ever again.
Of course not, yeah.
And you know what? I'm a creative. One of my many useless degrees. I actually have a degree in dance. So
okay, I gotcha.
I've always been a creative, and I just kind of saw a need for it in the area.
Yeah.
One, everybody complains there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
But there's tons of things to do here.
That's right, yeah.
So gives people something to do.
Yeah.
And then also, all they have for options for candles and scent-wise are big box stores.
Yes.
So mass-made products, sometimes not with the best quality ingredients.
Sure. Yeah.
So I wanted to make a better for you candle for the tri-state area.
So let's start for people that aren't familiar. What is the Haute Wick Social? What is that? Yeah. I'll get it. Don't worry.
So, no, that's okay. I feel like it's just evolved over the years. We are many things. So, the Haute Wick Social, we are a candle bar and gift boutique.
Yes.
You can come, learn how to make your own candle with us. You pick out the scents. I teach you how to mix it. You get to give it a name. Fun, girls' night out, fun, just activity to do. We also have decor now. We have gifts. We have our own pre-made line of candles and tart mounts. We have 5 collections that we switch out throughout the year. And then we also have wholesale. We have our collaboration candles. I work with a lot of boutiques in town. I work with businesses really from a lot of places.
Right. Yeah.
And we do a collaboration candles and scents. We just do a plethora of things.
So let's talk about, what it was when it first started to I guess pre-pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell that story first.
So pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
We opened November 4th, 2018.
Okay.
So open the doors, Heritage Station.
Right.
We are just a come make your own candle bar.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
I had no products, no nothing.
Okay.
No experience in business.
Come make your own candle bar. Is that kind of like a sip and paint kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And that's it. And then a year and a half later or whatever, COVID-19 pops up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now let's talk about what it is now, and then we'll tell that story in between. So just come make your own party, candle groups, right?
Yeah.
Social classes, whatever.
Yeah, individuals, couples, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then now you're a lot more than that.
Yeah, now we're a lot more than that. Like I was speaking before, we have our own product lines with candles, tart mounts. Our e-commerce is booming.
Right.
Working with other businesses, boutiques, collaborations. We're in different stores.
Yeah. So you when we first got started, you were talking about you were non candle world, higher education world, or whatever. What inspired you? Candles. Why candles?
Why candles?
Yeah.
Because they just make you happy.
Yeah.
They ground you. They make you happy. They light up your room. It could change your entire mood. So why not? And just the scent, it's pleasant. Who doesn't like a pleasant scent?
That's right. Yes, I enjoy it. Okay, so let's talk about. So you opened in November of 2018, and then February, March of 2020 rolls around. How did the pandemic initially affect your business? We'll start there.
Well, initially, it's like we had a full schedule of things.
Okay.
Like we still do, but we worked with a lot of businesses. Like I had a paint and candle night coming up. Like our schedule was like booked out until like past Easter.
Okay.
So it happened. I mean, we're spraying Lysol everywhere, and as one does, we're propping the door open. We're taking the safety precautions.
Yeah, right.
Then we knew, like, the governor said, that's it, you're done.
Yeah, like St. Patrick's Day. It was like the last day, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was only me as the full-time employee, and then I had a graphic designer, Carrie Fisher, who's still one of my great friends to this day.
Yeah.
And I just looked at her. I said, all right, that's it. We're closing the doors. We are going to make our own candles. I'm going to sell my candle lines. We're going to start making bath and body products, and we're going to get on live and do it because I really don't have that great of a website.
Okay. So how far, like I said, St. Patrick's Day is like the last day I feel like that we were normal. I remember going, we always go to Buddy's for St. Patrick's Day, and we did takeout just because I felt weird or whatever, and I was like, this is it. This is the last day, right? Mm-hmm. So talk, just me personally, I was like, the world is over.
Yeah.
But how long, I can't remember the exact day of the shutdown and so forth, but was it the next morning? Okay, we're going to go into retail or whatever. What was
it was
process?
that night.
Yeah.
It was that night.
You knew this is what I had to do.
I knew it was what I had to do. I knew I had to make a pivot. I had the vision in my head. I said, we're not failing. I will not let this ship sink. And I said, I got on live that night, and I said, hey guys, tomorrow, no, maybe it was 2 days.
Okay.
It gave me to prep. I said, we're going to have a candle live.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about the scents. You can buy them. They can either be shipped to your house, or you can pick them up outside on the bench outside of, the store.
How did those go?
Oh my gosh. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's what saved us.
Okay. Like, when you say fantastic, what I mean, based on, compared to your normal business model, your pre-pandemic business model, how was it? What?
It was crazy to me because I was more profitable with those doors closed than open. But also,
I got it.
There's some, think about it. We were not spending our money on extra things.
That's right.
So there was extra disposable income.
Yeah.
But I mean, we grew, 4 to 5 times. I mean, in revenue. I mean, it's not something like I like to brag about, but we were making money hand over fist.
No, I mean, the pandemic was a weird thing,
it was weird.
Obviously, right? But some people did really well during it.
Yeah.
And obviously you were one of those people.
Yeah.
So so talk about the process of, so that was part one of just doing, I guess, live sales.
Doing lives, yeah.
Okay. How long did that go on for?
I did them at least three times a month, and I mean, I was making more revenue than just having people come in and make candles.
But that was it. That was the only revenue that you had, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it sustained us.
Yeah.
And we were able to grow from it.
So 3 times a month for how many months?
I mean, it just kept growing from there because we would add on different things. We made body butter, soaps, sugar scrubs. We have the Tart Melt line, which is a flameless option to scent. And then we just started working with other businesses who wanted a candle.
Okay. So when you're doing these live shows, was it they saw you make it and then you sold it? No? Okay.
I just get in front of the camera on Facebook Live. I'm like, hey guys, so right now I have our Moonflower Magic candle that has beautiful notes of pear, agave in it. And if you'd like one, $25 for the 16 ounce, $19 for the 9 ounce.
Right. And then people would comment on the post and then you'd have it ready for the next day or whatever it was too. So talk about, again, as you shifted your business model, what all went into those decisions and all the different steps that you had to make?
So, I mean, obviously safety.
Okay.
Safety for me, safety for people who come in and help me, because I really didn't have a full-time staff like I do now.
Right.
Well, they're not full-time, but you know what I mean.
Your employees.
My employees are, they work regularly. So obviously safety. And just getting, the product into people's hands, just making that time as comfortable as possible in their homes.
But you mentioned the website then. So you mentioned March 2020, right, during shutdown.
Yeah.
I only had a Facebook page or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So now as you're doing more online sales and so forth, that obviously you had to get a real website.
Oh, I had to get a real website. Had to.
Yeah.
Because people were sliding in my DMs like, hey, can I get this, this, and this? And we all know that's not practical, and that's not how businesses grow.
No. So you got a new website.
Got a new website.
What went into all that?
I worked with a Marshall student in the incubator when they had the business incubator downtown. And we just went through the process of just building a website out on a Wix platform.
Right.
Yeah.
With online shopping.
With online shopping.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, okay, then, so we're doing the live sale. We'll talk about that. So how did that change your sales from now I have a real online store?
I mean, it definitely helped and supplemented it, but I think people wanted that connection during that time, so they wanted to talk to somebody, they wanted to see somebody, they wanted to have something to look forward to, and I think that's why I had so many people tune into it.
Right. How long did you do those live shows? How many months did you do those for?
I mean, I continue to do them to this day.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, are they as profitable? No, because people like to come into the store and they like to smell them. But it's a good way to get the products out there and they know what they are and they're like, I want to come in for that.
When were you able to go back to doing the in-store, events and so forth?
I waited at least 2 years.
Oh, really?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
I was
okay.
probably one of the last ones to reopen.
What made you wait?
One of my staff members has Crohn's, but he doesn't work for me anymore.
Right.
So that was one of the deciding factors.
Okay. And you're doing those now, right? You're
we've been full speed ahead
yeah.
past couple years. Yeah.
So how are those numbers now, 2024 versus, pre-pandemic on the in-person classes? And I guess I'm asking just because the world has changed so much since COVID.
I restructured the in-person to actually having them like workshop style, and there's much more explanation about what goes into it. But because when they used to come in, it was just pick your sense and kind of just walk you through down and dirty.
Right.
It's a nice revenue stream. My money comes from my product sales.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
What were some of your biggest challenges from at the beginning during that transition?
Sure. Biggest challenges was supply issue.
Okay.
So glass was a hot commodity at the time.
Okay.
Because our class is made in America, we use Libby. So sometimes it would be out of stock for a while.
Right.
Couldn't get a hold of it. Then the wicks would go out of stock. I mean, I was ordering them from like upstate Washington to get them here.
Yeah.
Whatever I had to do. And then I asked a lot of customers, if you clean out your jars, I'll take the jars back and pour candles in those.
Right.
I mean, we had to get, resourceful during that time to make things work.
Yeah. What challenges with websites and things like that?
I wasn't the biggest fan of our Wix site.
Okay.
Like sometimes it wouldn't deduct like inventory. So maybe just like technological things on that side.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What about like marketing? So what? So again, I know you've said it. Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I mean, is that what you were doing then? What are you doing now?
Facebook, Instagram, we do Pinterest. I like just to keep it those three just because I rather do them well.
How do you Pinterest?
Yeah.
I love Pinterest. It's my recipe book, and I love to cook and make cocktails and all that kind of stuff. How do you all use Pinterest?
Sure. So we show like our lifestyle posts, like the candles, in the decor, in like a living room, give you ideas that way. I really focused on like our custom candles. So sending us like a picture and we'll put your picture on a candle for, holiday gifts.
Okay.
Yeah, I pushed that big this Christmas.
How many followers do you have on Pinterest?
I don't think I have that many, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm just curious on that because, like I said, I love it, but it's just I'm not talking to many businesses that are on it and use it and all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
So what else have you learned during this whole, today we want to talk about, switching your business model, but what else have you learned during this whole process?
I think just being resourceful and just using what you can, when you're in the moment, making those good decisions for your business. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I grew a lot as a business owner, learning what worked, didn't work. And coming out of it, I knew what I wanted to keep. Like, to be honest with you, before we closed, I was getting a very burnt out on, I need to be open till like 9 p.m. with these events, and I'm only making like $300 extra. It's really not worth my time.
I got it. Sure.
So it gave me some time to restructure as well.
Were you thinking about this before the pandemic, of going this route?
It was a thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I just didn't know how to execute it.
Okay. Didn't have to.
Have to.
Right. And then now I was like, okay, I have to.
Gotta do it.
Yeah. What, did you get COVID money and that kind of stuff? Did you get,
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that helped too.
It helped.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get a ton, but
yeah.
it was just kind of based off the payroll. at the time, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So what about like customer relationships and engagement during that whole period? Was it people that had gone to your events and so forth and classes, whatever events, and then were those the ones that were supporting you at the beginning during all this?
Yeah, at the beginning, and then I gained a lot of customers,
right?
Because people were always on Facebook and Instagram, just looking for something to do.
Yeah, sure.
Something to connect with.
Yeah. Did you seek out, advice from others, or did you seek out advice from others, and then did you also get inspiration from, similar businesses, maybe in our area or across the world on social media for all this?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
I guess I don't know this. It's not a secret. Literally all of us talk down here.
Right.
All of us business owners talk.
Okay.
I'm talking to Rebecca from True Soul, Holly, Lindsay from Birds of a Feather. We're always talking.
Right.
How can I best support you? What can we do together? We're a community over competition.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, just asking them hey, when's your live? I'll share it. Or what's working for you? Do you have a time that's working better? Or I think it was after we were coming out of it, I've done collaboration lives with different boutiques downtown. Yeah. But yeah, we'd talk to each other.
What'd you learn from them?
What I learned from them?
Yeah.
Maybe how to do a live.
Okay, got it.
To be
You've never
honest
done
with
one
you.
before.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
I mean, how to run it.
Yes.
And talk to people and get them excited. I got to be excited. I got to keep you engaged with a sense.
Who was good at that you learned from?
Holly Myers is.
She's really good at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Holly was really good at it.
Yeah. There's some parts of COVID I do miss, right? Like the shutdown. There's some parts of it, we did. Summit Beer Station. We did Summit Zoom happy hours, right? And then I'll take credit for this. I had the idea of hey, let's support some of the bartenders that are there and support Summit Beer Station. Summit, why don't you give us a menu of 4 or 5 beers, whatever to buy, and then we'll all Zoom and drink them all at the same time.
Yeah.
And then somebody from Summit can tell us what we're drinking and what to taste and the history of the brewery, and then we can tip them and all that kind of stuff too. Little weird things like that, and like you said, all the pop-up live shows that were going on and all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
So, looking back, what were some of the lessons, that you've learned during this experience, and have you learned anything that can still help you now?
Yeah, I think when I order now, I'm a bit more mindful to buy bigger quantities.
Yeah.
Just because if something does go out of stock,
Is that better now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's fine. Yeah. I mean, something else that happened, wax shot up really high. It's come down a little bit, but nothing to
Why did
what it
wax
was.
go up? Do we know?
No clue.
Right.
Because glass didn't go up, the lids didn't go up, the wicks didn't go up, scents didn't go up. But the
it
wax,
was weird. Yeah.
Skyrocketed.
I mean, I know I've talked to other restaurant owners during all that. It was we don't have the straws that we have are gone.
Yeah.
What? Just random. But our to go packaging is gone. Just random things.
Yeah.
And then I've never heard that wax shot up, but I knew aluminum shot up, and I know things like that. So that's weird.
More than double.
Yeah.
More than double in cost for wax.
Still, or is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little under double now, so it's a little bit better, but it's not like it used to be.
If you were talking about your group that you kind of communicate with, let me go back to that question though. I also asked, did you get advice or inspiration from other businesses, seeing what they were doing online during that period too?
Yeah, I mean, just seeing what they're posting and what's kind of getting engagement.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of let me make sure I like their stuff and I'm sharing it, so the algorithm's picking it up.
That's right.
And it's being seen by people.
Sure. So if this, forget a pandemic, right? But we want to, if another business wanted to kind of shift their model, what advice, again, that you have now would you offer them if they were going through this today?
Well, make sure you have a really good website. Make sure your e-commerce is ready to go. You have the right weight and height and the dimensions on your packaging, so it calculates shipping correctly. Make sure you have the correct boxes.
Okay.
I mean, I only offer 2 box sizes, and it works out really well for me with candles. and just make sure all those costs are like accounted for.
Talk about shipping. Like, what was that what? I'm sure that changed from day 1 to day 60. What was shipping? What was that process like?
Oh, the process. That was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd pack the boxes up, and I use Pirate Ship for my shipping platform, so I can request a UPS or a USPS.
So they come pick it up?
Could come pick it up.
That's huge, right?
Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah.
Because at least I could put it outside the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate going to the post office. I mean, or to the UPS store or whatever it is. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What's next? I mean, where do you see the future of your business?
So what's next?
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh. So it's been my goal. It was definitely my 5-year goal.
Yeah.
And we hit 5 years already. But for a second location. So I've looked. I'm still looking.
Yeah. What goes into that decision? Like what is, how far do you want to be away from your Huntington location, all that kind of stuff?
So like I was telling you earlier, I'm from outside of Pittsburgh, so I'd really like to have a location there personally.
Okay, so really far away.
Yeah. But I feel like I could do it.
Yeah.
But closer, I mean, Ashland's a cool area.
Yeah, sure. Charleston,
Charleston's cool.
Yeah.
I like Taze. So the hunt's on for like a second location. We're just doing more work with more boutiques around here, doing collab candles, launching scents for them. We added on perfume recently, so I'm going to add a perfume bar on to like the candle bar. So kind of like the same concept. You come pick your scents and make your own perfume.
Yep.
We do a lot of work with the local shelters here, the animal shelter, Little Victories. So I love bringing the dogs in and helping them get adopted.
Yes.
We do doggy day outs. So just more of that stuff.
Right. More events and guerrilla marketing and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah. But I do. So one thing I did learn, to keep it within my business hours.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. You're like, screw 9 o'clock.
I'm not doing 9 o'clock.
I got you, yeah.
I don't want to anymore.
Talk about what you do with businesses now. You doing stuff, right? Like businesses will have their own candles and so forth. Talk about that.
Yeah, so we let them pick out their own scents, and it's scents exclusively to that business, that boutique, whatever I'm working with. We do labeling for them, so we do graphic design work. Like True Soul has a candle. They have 3 scents with us, and it's a total reflection of Rebecca's boutique. Right. And the scents just match her perfectly. So yeah, they get their own scent, own branding, and it's awesome. Sure. I love doing that.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah. What about I'm just curious. Percentages of your sales. What percentage is now the in-store classes and events, or and e-commerce and in-store shopping?
For me, the biggest time obviously is Christmas, but outside of this time, when I do a new candle launch of a new season, that's my biggest. Oh, this is my biggest.
Is that in-store shopping or is that online?
Both. Okay. I'll launch them both. So I'll do an event like I am this week, and we're doing spring fling. So we'll launch the new spring scents. Okay. I'll have them online. We'll do email blasts with that and whatnot. Maybe give them like a coupon. Okay. And then I'll do a live with it next week.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you say you do your coupon, is that's emailed out, or how do you do that? Or social media? Or?
Yeah, both.
So you do email marketing as well?
Yes.
All built in with your website?
Yep.
Database, past customers, all that kind of stuff too.
100.
Good. Yep. Really good. And that's our episode. Thanks for listening. And thank you, Ashley, for joining us. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like, subscribe, share, and even leave us a 5-star review. Season 2 of In Your Business is presented by Moses Automall of Huntington. MosesMeansMore.com. And powered by the Huntington Regional Chamber of Commerce and Kindred Communications.